This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, discounted prices, miniaturemarket.com.
Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. Today we're going to be going on the river, on a boat, or on the bank, or trying to get home. Today we're going to be animals, and we're trying to either be predator or prey. It's a secret role game, hidden role, where you're trying to keep your roles hidden from others, but you're trying to further your agenda, and you're trying to make sure that you don't end up on a place where you'll get eaten by one of the other animals, but maybe you'll eat some of the other ones. It's a fun little game. It's called Ravenous Rivers for 2 to 7 players. Takes about 20 minutes to play from AEG. Let me show you how it's played. I'll see you on the other side. Ravenous River is a quick game that's played over multiple rounds. Each round you're going to be given a secret animal, and check out the artwork in this game. It's one of the best things about it. Artwork is amazing. Now let's take a look at these cards. In the bull card here, the middle circle here shows you who this is the bull. The one lower is who the bull eats. The bull eats the horse. On the top, the red circle shows you who eats the bull. So if I am the bull, I can eat the horse, but I gotta watch out because I'll get eaten by the lion. And this goes down. So the bull eats the horse eats the dog eats the fox, and vice versa. The dog eats the fox eats the cat eats the mouse, but interestingly enough, the mouse eats the lion. So that's sort of how the game works. You're trying to figure out how to eat other people and how not to get eaten and survive to the end of the round. Let's show you how it works. Now at the beginning of each round, each player is going to get 2 action cards that have special abilities. We'll go over those later. They get a token that has end round and continue on both sides, which will be used for voting. And you get a totem card, which essentially is your secret animal I was showing you. But on the back side, it shows you the predatory sort of scale, how it goes from animal to animal. It shows you about the actions and talks about the scoring. Now at the beginning of each round, the board is set up like this. There's 2 boat cards, and each boat card has 2 spaces that an animal can be in. 1 animal, 2 animal, 3 animal, 4 animal. They're both on the boat. There's the action deck here, and of course there are the animals that are up here. Now these are face down. They're randomly shuffled and put in a line over here. It doesn't matter which one's where. They're just sort of in a line. Now, interesting to note, down here is basically the bank, right? And this is the bank, and then we have water and the boats. And over on the other side of the boats, we have home. So this is the bank, boats, home. Those are the 3 different spots in the game. Now, you can do a few things on your turn. You do 1 action, and then you pass to the next player. One of the things you can do is you can take an animal card from here. They're kind of randomly set up at the beginning of the round. You secretly look at this card, and then you can decide to either put it on the bank, or you can decide to put it in a boat if there is an open slot. And maybe this guy decides to just put it on the bank right here for now. Then it's the next player's turn. Maybe it's me. I grab this card, and I see, ooh, here's a dog. This is me. If you remember, I am secretly the dog card, and I want my guy to try to get to the home if I can, but worse, I don't want to get eaten, and the horse eats the dog. I gotta be careful not to be in the same space as the horse. So I'm gonna place this here. Now, and maybe it's another player's turn. He picks this up. One thing you could do is, if they look at this, it's a fox, and they don't want to put it somewhere, they can put it back, and that's their turn, but they have to discard one of their 2 action cards. You get 2 of these action cards, and if you want to, you can discard this face up. All these cards have special abilities I'll go over later, but you basically discard that face up to put the animal back, and that would be your turn. On another turn, you can also discard an action card face up to move a animal from the boat to the bank, or from a bank to a boat. You can never move an animal to a boat if the boat is already full, and you can't move an animal from a boat to a boat, but you can discard a card and move an animal from a boat to a bank, or a bank to a boat. Those are pretty much all the actions you have. You can take a card and place an animal, you can put it back, you can move an animal from bank to boat, or the last thing you can do is play some of these action cards. Now these action cards do all sorts of weird things to break rules of the game. For instance, you could play this and swap 2 animals in different boats. So swap them there, mess people's plans over. You could trade your totem card, which is your secret animal, with someone else. So if you're at this point about to get eaten at the end of the game, and you realize someone just made a strong play and you think they're going to score a bunch of points, you can switch guys with them and really screw them up. Here is you can take a secret look up to 2 of the animal cards, in the row, and then choose one of them and place it face up on the bank or the boat. But now you know what that other animal is as well. And you got, 2 to choose from. So those are some of the things you can do with the action cards. Now these actions would continue around the table until one of two things happen. Either nobody has any action cards left, it's so the round ends right away. Or if someone plays their last action card and both boats are full, everyone takes a vote. They have this thing here, it says continue or end round. They put their token down, they reveal. If the majority is end round, it ends. Otherwise, it continues to the next player. One of those two ways the round's going to end. Once the round ends, we essentially first score the bank, then the boats, and then we do home. So we look at this and we see, well, the bull eats the horse. So this bull eats the horse because they're together on the bank. Poor horsey is gone, and whoever is that player is pretty upset. Now, the mouse and the bull, they're okay. They don't interact with each other at all. Now, we look at each boat separately. The lion and the dog, well, they're cool to be together on the same boat. But the fox eats the cat. So the fox will eat this cat, and this cat, unfortunately, is gone. So now that these boats have been scored, these boats move these guys to home, and now they're home, essentially. Okay? So now these guys are home, and these guys are on the bank, and the boats are gone. So now that these guys are together, even though they came from different boats, they now have to, contend with each other at home together. And now we see that the dog will now eat the fox, and now the fox is gone. Now, how this works is this is the end of the round. Every time a dog, somebody eats somebody, they get a point. Now, right before scoring, everybody would flip up who they are. So I'm the dog. So when the dog ate that fox, I would get a point. And anybody else who eats anybody would get a point. So everyone reveals before we score this. And then we now look at this. If anybody ate anybody else, so we know whoever was the bull, got one for eating. And then we score. Anybody on this side gets 1 point. And anybody up on here gets 2 points. So the dog scored 3 points that round, the lion 2, the bull 2, 1 for eating, 1 for points, and so on and so forth, and you would get those points. You would start a whole round all the way over again, and the winner is the one who gets 6. If someone's tied with at least 6, you play another round till someone wins, and that's how you play Ravenous River. AEG always puts out these little micro games in this certain size box, and some of them have been hit or miss for me. I've really loved a lot of them. Obviously, Love Letter and Agent Hunter and Why First, they've had some real hits. They've also had some that I haven't liked as much. This one is a clever little game. I really enjoyed this. So has everybody that we've played it with. I mean, it's super simple. The actions are quick and easy. They're taking an animal card, or I'm discarding a card to move an animal, or I'm playing an action card. It's really easy. I like the intrigue in this game where you're trying to watch what people are doing and trying to figure out, did he do this because he's this animal, or is he setting himself up for something later? It was a lot of fun. It was quick, it was easy. The artwork in this game is awesome. It draws you right into the theme, and it's fun. It's just a quick fill. If you're looking for a quick filler game that has some hidden roles and intrigue without having to lie, this is one that you're really going to enjoy, I believe. We liked it a lot. The only thing I'd say we didn't like is sometimes some of the rounds can end like in weird, quirky fashions because of the voting and such. Like, for example, the last game, there was only one guy with a card left, and it was the player after his turns, and we would need to vote every round because the boats were full, and there were 3 people that had no cards left, and this one guy had a card, and it was like, well, he just made a good move that looked like it really helped himself out on his last play. And he had a card, and it was like none of us had cards, so we were voting to like prolong the inevitable, because when it came to him, he didn't want to do anything else. You can just throw the card away and not do an action. And so sometimes at the end it can feel like a little weird how it ends, and a little fiddly there. But other than that, the game's a lot of fun. I'm just, that might be, it's a minor quibble, but a quibble at best. So overall, if you're looking for a fun, quick game that has some hidden stuff, that intrigue, it's quick, there's a decent amount of rounds that gets played, you're just rushing to that 6 points. Love it. Great filler if you're looking for something quick that's fun with great artwork without having to lie. I think that's a big thing here, that you can play this game and you're trying to hide what you're doing without necessarily lying to someone's face. My family likes that style of this game, and that's Ravenous Rivers. Now, I love this game so much, I am going to be keeping it in my gaming library. And for that, let's give it a proper induction with a saxophone serenade. And since we're on the Ravenous River, why don't we go rolling down the river?
This video was sponsored by Miniature Market's Review Corner. The Review Corner features podcasts, video, and written game reviews by gamers for gamers. Miniature Market, the online gaming superstore. Thousands of board games, discounted prices. Check them out at miniaturemarket.com.